26 Charlie Tango 1017 1017 listening. Afternoon. Well, it is here where I am. It's 3 o'clock. I've got to get ready for work shortly in about an hour. That's the radio. It's in its well, let's say permanent home for now till it goes pop or bang or whatever happens. Luckily it doesn't make that jumbo burning smell that every jumbo I've ever had does. Strange really. How did they make those radios? Is it the sort of transformers they use, the windings on a transformer? Jumbos, every one I've had, they make this burning smell where any moment when you look round you think the thing's going to be on fire. The one that Dave in Leicester repaired, modified, etc. did a fantastic job on. He said that the power supply had been uprated in the jumbo, so don't worry about it, because I did complain about the smell, saying, you know, is this thing okay? The lorry driver there, look. Don't know who he is. Mobile. He's got good weather for it. It's fairly mild outside today, 10.2 degrees. Let's show you the weather station. I think it's flashing because it needs a battery. Look, 10.2 outside, 17.4 inside. Yeah, gonna have to change the batteries in that. Another job to do. They have to swear, don't they? Anything good on telly tonight, or is it effing shite? Yeah. There you go, good old British truck driver for you. They're not all like that, of course. Anyway, it's in situ.
Like when you break out the fucking horn.
I don't know who he is. Let's have a word with him. Hello, afternoon, Mr. Truckman. Can you give me a radio report, please? You okay? See if I can get a radio check off this. Hello, gentlemen. Any chance of a radio report, please? Did you say you can't hear anything? He said he couldn't hear F all. I think that means he couldn't hear me. Of course he could hear me. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Could you give me a radio check, please? See Charlie Tango 1017. Thank you. He can hear me, of course. Oh, loud and clear, thank you very much. You've got a lovely day for it out there. Nice mild 10.2 degrees. No rain and no snow. Thank you, mate. Have a safe journey. Have a mighty fine day. Thank you. Is that sarcasm at its best? I expected a lot of abuse there, but it wouldn't have bothered me. I just would have laughed. It's what you've got to do. After you live here. After you live with my wife for 12, 14 years, you learn. You either have a nervous breakdown or just laugh at them. In fact, that peeves them off even more. I can't hear nothing. Yeah. Right. So that's in its current location till it goes pop or bang or what have you. I've tried unsuccessfully to really alter the power, and that's what this video was about. Usually, more often than not, when you buy a radio what's had the mid block in fitted, the power is very erratic. It's very rare that I've seen one over the years where it's had mid block installed and the power is nice and smooth across the two bands. So I've done the best of a bad job for now. So rather than radio running at 8 watts and 9 watts, I think sometimes 11 watts, which of course it was never designed to do, and I don't want it going bang and the output transistor getting too hot and deciding not to work. So I've turned the low power pot up so that it's doing somewhere near 4 watts at its highest. On the Muppet block, the UK40 2760125, channel 1 to channel 40, 277999125, or is it 279? It's 2799125, that's correct. It is actually doing 2.5 watts. Channel 1 UK FM, I think it's doing 4 watts. The power is more smooth on the mid block, which I don't go on, typical. It's 4 watts and just over 4 watts respectively, between 1 and 40. So I shall use it as it is. I can hear people can hear me. It is working. I'm not totally disappointed, but I didn't know that it had the mid-block because that wasn't advertised. Years and years gone by, of course, when they first introduced the mid-block, it saved you buying a new radio. So if you'd have bought this radio for 360 odd quid, then they legalised the mid-block and gave you that. I don't know what year, I'll have to do my homework on that. Was it about 89, 90? When they brought the mid-block, give you an extra 40 channels. After somebody had paid all the money on this radio just for the 40 channels, I suppose if they could find a rig doctor what could chuck the mid-block in for 30 or 40 quid, it saved having to buy another radio. So there you have it. When I key up the old frequency counter, look, it's saying it can't decide, it's slightly below 27,950, 5150, 51, so it's slightly low on frequency, but only very slightly. Nothing to write home about. So it will stay there for the meantime until it goes a tater and has to be repaired, and then if I have to send it to a rig doctor, I shall get them to take the mid-block out, retune it, and then it will be a fairly good radio. On the back of the Jumbo there's two posts, a red and a black post, which give you power output, so you could run a frequency counter or any 12, 13 volt, device, so you don't have to wire it to your radio, which can get a bit messy when you've got wires here, there and everywhere. That's a 40 amp power supply, pretty good one, very heavy. It's not a switch mode, typical old transformer fed one. Yeah, on this radio it actually has a 3-pin socket. I'll have to do my homework and ask a few of my friends who's in the know. I'm sure that you could take this mobile radio, you could take this radio mobile with you. Now the advantage of that is, there wouldn't be no advantage to me taking this big thing mobile, because I've got loads of mobile radios, but the advantage is, if it gets a bit dodgy, the internal power supply, at least you can just get a 3-pin plug it in the back of the radio, connect it to a power supply, job done. That's not normally the case. Normally it will blow something in your radio when it goes high voltage or whatever happens. I mean, they don't normally just stop working one day, do they? Normally they go bump, open circuit, 21 volts or 28 volts to the main board, and that's half your resistors or whatever gone. So it's not, you've then got to have the radio repaired. But I have got the option, if I get a 3-pin lead at the moment, a 3-plug, you know, like most radios are fitted with, well, sidebanders at least, mobile sidebanders are fitted with a 3-pin plug. So if I disconnect this from the mains, and then I'll be able to run it off my power supply, which is very stable. It's not 35 years old, is it? So I may do that in the near future. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching this. Sorry for blabbing on, because I've got a bit of a thing for, I won't say talking bull crap, but not getting straight to the point of what I wanted to say. At the end of this video, I noticed when I went in home earlier, there was, my wife's got a water fountain, a little water fountain. It doesn't work because she never cleans the filters in it, and it clogs up with dried leaves and things, but the birds use it as a bird bath now and again. I've just spotted one while I was in my kitchen. I heard a noise, looked out, and there's a baby blackbird splashing like frantic it was. So I got the video camera out and filmed the little blighter before he flew off. So whether they suffer with insects or mites, or there's some kind of oil on the feathers, isn't they, to help them fly, I think. So the regeneration of his feathers, we'll call it, because I haven't got a clue what I'm on about. But I'll put that at the end of this video for any animal lovers out there. There's not, you know, some people like animals, I do. Some people can't stand different animals. But I'll put that bit at the end of the video just to brighten. Morning, people, YouTube land. Just got the top off the Midland home base. It's not all looking good and rosy. I got the top off to adjust the power because it was doing too much power. Somebody's used a hot glue gun on the back of the meters to, I don't know, put bulbs in. Sorry about the shaky camera. Look at that up for a mess with a hot glue gun. I think it exactly done a fantastic job. There's one. There's the other one. And there's the other one. The board looks well, a bit maybe dusty, but it's an old radio. 30 plus years old, 35 years old. These were the king of the most expensivest radios you could buy in 1982. 360 quid, thereabouts, 365. I suppose it depended where you bought it from. I was never interested in buying one, not because I couldn't afford one. I always worked. I'm quite sure I could have saved the money, but essentially at the end of the day it's a 40 channel radio for 360 quid. I'd rather have had a 40 channel mobile radio, which of course you could easily take mobile. So they both have advantages and disadvantages, but if you wanted to be a bit flash, I guess you could say I'm on a Midland homebase 76900. However, it's not all rosy. I haven't got the right tool to actually turn the output power down, which is that pot there, whatever you want to call it. It's that one there, the green one. I can't focus properly on it, but that one there, it's a bit of a hexagonal type fitting, and they break very easily. So I'm not going to be tempted by sticking an Allen key in it, which can be done. One of the pots on the board is a bit rusty looking there. Look, sorry about the focusing. So basically, I thought I'd attack the low power pot, which is that one there. So sprayed a bit of switch cleaner on it, RV5. That's your low power. I've attached a meter, power meter, and a dummy load in the back of the meter. My notes are a bit confusing here. UK FM. Now, I discovered totally by accident when I pressed the dimmer buttons that this radio has got the mid block fitted, and that's essentially what the main problem is. Somebody's fitted the mid block, which I believe is that board there with that chip on it, I think. Sure, that's the mid block. Either way, UK FM low power on channel 40, 4 watts. I've adjusted it to 4 watts. I've turned that up. It was doing 2. Ideally it should be on half a watt. Channel 1 is now 5 watts, so the difference there between 1 and 40 is 4 and 5 watts. On high power, 7 watts and 8 watts between 1 and 40. Now I can't adjust that. I cannot adjust it because, as I say, I haven't got the right tool to put in that. It's sort of like a carbon pot inside there, and they break very, very, very easy. So I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to run it on low power, which effectively is 4 watts, 4 and 5 watts. On the mid block, on low power, channel 40 is 3 watts, and channel 1 is 1.5 watts. I don't go on the mid block very often, so you know, not a big issue. In fact, yeah, I was hoping it didn't have the mid block in, because you get these issues when people fitted mid blocks in radios and didn't retune the radio correctly, or it's gone out of alignment slightly, out of tune slightly. It is on frequency, it does transmit, so it does work, so I'm not going to complain too much. On high power, on the mid block, it's actually 8 watts on channel 40 and 7 watts on channel 1. And the power isn't always smooth power. When you key up after so many seconds, it flicks down to 3, click back up to 4, click back down to 3. So eventually it's going to go a tater, but we'll cross that bridge and path when we come to it. If it goes a bit of a knacker, as I said in my previous video, you can get these boards out of numerous radios, 40 channel radios, that you can pick up for 30 quid. In fact, I've got a couple of radios, what perfect working radios, with the same board in. So it's a 341 board. I can't actually see the writing on it to actually show you, because I don't know where I'm looking, to be fair, where the board number is. But it's a 341 board that was fitted, oh, hang on, PT, SR, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know where the number of the board is. I'm thick, I can't see it. But either way, I bought the radio, 140 quid. I'm not too disappointed. It's a big bonus on what the jumbo was. This one does transmit, it does receive. It's just that the power is a bit erratic between the two blocks. So rather than sit there transmitting on 8 watts and cooking the output transistor, and not doing the old power supply there any favours. I've set it so it's on 4, so compromise. So there you have it. When it's in situ, I've got to give it a good clean because there's a bit of grunge on the knobs there. Look, so I've got to give that a clean, and that. There's a bit of play. There's actually quite a bit of play in this. Look, doesn't do anything. Bit of play. I don't know if somebody's mashed the screw or the Allen key head in there. Bit of play in that. But it does work. So slightly disappointed, but not that much, to be fair. It's just a little it's just a little mobile grossly overpriced radio when they were new. 140 quid, I suppose. Yeah, it ain't that bad. A back tyre on my motorbike's 211 quid, and every time I ride that bike it's wearing down. If I was to nail my bike in the summer and ride it several times, I could kill the back tyre in 3 months. So if we equate it to that, if this lasts a year before it goes pop or won't transmit, then I'll find somebody to repair it. Simple as that. And if they say, oh, you know, there's too many components on that board, sir, what are no good, it's not a problem. I'll give them another radio and say, there you go, nick the ones out of that 341 board. So thanks for watching. I did want to show you the meter in action, but I've got the meter hanging off the side of the table because my patch leads, what I'm using, are a bit too small, so I can't do it in situations so I can key it with one hand, hold the camera with another hand and show you a meter. It's a bit impossible, so you have to take my word for that on what power it's doing. But thanks for watching. The next time you see this, I've got to rearrange all my radio equipment there, move half of the stuff out the way, move me Murphy homebase, put this one in its place. The little table I've got, what supports the rest of the radios there, isn't wide enough for this radio, so I've got to I'll get by it. Next time you see it shortly, it will be in situation. I'll get a cotton wool bud, I'll get some methylated spirits, and I'll clean all the gunge off these. Silt. It's been down the canal. It's got some silt on it. That's how I accidentally found out that, because when you press the dim on and off, the meters don't go bright or dim. That's how I accidentally discovered it had the mid block, because I wasn't actually told it had the mid block. There you have it. It's a 35-year-old Midland home base. Never had one before, never wanted one. In fact, I bought it on a whim and a prayer. I'll get it all sorted, I'll get it working nicely. And who knows, in the future I'll get some LEDs in and then probably flog it, because they've never appealed to me. I just thought I'd buy it at the time. It was a bit of an impulse buy. We do these things, don't we? Well, I do. Okay, thanks for watching. 73, take care. I've got to disappear shortly. My lad's on the telly in half an hour. What we on? It's the 17th. Judge Rinder. He's on there with his snake. Some load of bullcrap programme that some people are probably interested in watching. I'm not usually. I wouldn't watch it, but my lad's on there. So when he asked me, did you see it, Dad, on telly? I've got to say yes, son, I did. Got to take an interest in your kids, haven't you? Anyhow, take care all. 73's 88s. When you see this again, it will be in situ, where it's going to live till it goes pop, till I have to get it repaired. Thank you very much. Look back in there. Little blackbirds going mad in the bird bath. Sorry I can't hold this steady. But look at him, going crazy.